Welcome Aquarius and Aquarius cross watchers to your singles and new love reading for January 2023. So I hope everyone had a great week, excuse me, sorry, great weekend, and that you guys either got a lot of rest or you had a lot of fun, depending on what you needed there. Okay. So as always, excuse me, please take this as it resonates and always use your intuition. And always use your intuition when making decisions about your life, because this is a general reading. Oh my goodness. Okay. And cross watchers, you're welcome to flip the roles if that resonates better with you. Private readings are available if you would like to schedule a private reading with me. My email is below in the description box. Just getting one more card here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Oh, and I do want to say, so we have kind of an overall reading, where you are, what's holding you back, a past wound to embrace, to let that go, and then what's coming up for you and what you have to look forward to. And then once that reading is, once these cards have been read, I will be shuffling this deck, the Modern Witch Tarot, for the next love interest for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and that will all be time-stamped in the description box below. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here as the energy that you're in right now. Aquarius, I feel like you almost seem to have a bird's eye view of a situation here. I feel like you are still connected to something here. Hold on for a second. It feels like you're kind of reviewing a situation that didn't really work out, but you haven't actually let go of it yet. It feels like there's a lot unknown about the situation that you, it's one of those situations where it's like it almost happened, but it didn't. You know what I mean? And I feel like you may be a little bit confused about why it didn't kind of pan out, sort of thing. Aquarius, I do feel, it actually feels like there's somebody here that was pretty focused on you, and I feel like, you know, however you were acting, maybe you played hard to get, maybe you didn't. I feel like you were just being you, but it's like they seemed to be all about you and focused on you, and then all of a sudden they were gone. And it's not like you went out looking for them or whatever, but I feel like there's a lot of confusion about their behavior. It's like it doesn't really seem to make sense. So what's holding you back here is the Page of Pentacles. Hold on for a second here. Sorry, just a second here. It kind of feels like there was a lot of passion between the two of you, or at least that energy was there. And I feel like you're wondering, like, is there a devil on this person's shoulder? Like, what's going on? Wondering if there was something that you weren't seeing. I mean, obviously there was, but like if there was someone that was in your person's ear. I'm not sure I don't think I'm grabbing the message properly. Somebody's trying to entice you here. Somebody's trying to, and it's not the one you think. It's almost like somebody is trying to use another person to get you to see them. It's almost like this is the kind of energy. I feel like there's somebody here that didn't get the attention from you that they wanted, and now they're trying to use the fact that they're dating other people, or they're, you know, around other people. It's almost this energy of like, do you see me? Do you see this? You could have had this. Like, it's that kind of a, you know, arrogant energy. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to make you feel bad for not being with them when, you know, you don't seem too choked up about it. And I feel like the more that you're not upset about it, the angrier they get, the more outlandish they get. It's like there are 2 cups here, right? But there's a third. So I feel like that's, who's that for? I feel like if you came around, it's like they would wander around with that cup in their hand like there's some big shot. They really feel like they have to impress you. They seem to feel that they have to, it's like even if they did kind of get another chance with you, that they would have to chase you for it. And I feel like even if they aren't aware of that impression, you know, I want to say like in the real world, but even if they're not consciously aware of that, I feel like they seem to feel that they have to chase you for it. And it's like they're trying to play the game. They're trying to get you to come to them, but it's not working. And I feel like the more devious this person got, you know what it feels like? I'm not so sure that you knew that that's what they were doing. And I feel like they kind of may have acted trashy to get your attention. And that's not really, you know, it's not really doing it for you. So a past wound to embrace, to let this go. We have the Ace of Wands, but it is reversed. So upright, the Ace of Wands talks about a new beginning. And I feel like, Aquarius, this may be a situation where if you're feeling like you're looking for an answer, or you're looking for that bit of information to understand what the heck's going on here, I'm not so sure you're going to get it in now or in the near future. It feels like it's one of those things where like a few years down the road, maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you'll be like, oh, that's okay. That makes sense. And I feel to a certain extent, you may have an intuitive feeling as to what's really going on. But it actually feels, Aquarius, that to a certain extent, you don't want to believe that about them. Because I feel like it makes you feel played. It makes you feel like somebody got the best of you. I'm hearing that it makes you feel almost a little bit dirty for entertaining them. Not that you are dirty or that they are, but it's just that kind of like, ew, I can't believe I let that person near me sort of thing. Excuse me. So I feel this may be one of those situations where, you know how when you have to forgive somebody even though they never gave you an apology? You may have to release this situation without having all the details, without understanding what's really going on, without knowing. And I feel like you're kind of standing there like, but wait, how can I learn the lesson? How do I, you know, I feel like you want to understand it, not because you want to, you know, stay attached to this person, but because whatever lesson you were supposed to learn, or whatever lesson you can learn, you don't want to let that slip by. Right? It's like you don't want to keep banging your head against the same wall. You want to learn the lesson and move on. And I feel like, Aquarius, is it possible that you've already learned the lesson? Excuse me. Is it possible that whatever you were supposed to learn, not supposed to learn, but whatever you could learn from this situation, is it possible that you already got it? You know what it feels like? It feels that with this situation, you had an opportunity to learn something. But I feel like in the middle of this situation, you may have been an observer of a different situation and you learned it from that. And that's why this one kind of like, well, what's the purpose of this one? Because whatever lesson this person's influence could have brought to you, I feel like you got it somewhere else first. Sorry, one moment, please. Apologies, Aquarius. My son was calling. So, the cards were talking about how you learned the lesson somewhere else. And it's like, and then it's like, it seemed like there was supposed to be something more, but it never came. It's because it was no longer a dynamic that was required in your life for you to move forward. So what's coming up for you in love here? We have the Eight of Wands, which, like, ooh. Sorry. I do feel that there is an opportunity for a connection here, but it seems like there's something about it that it's possible, just letting you know, that this person may want to hide it. They may not show you that at first. It's almost like this person might be like, oh, no, you just haven't met my friends because I don't have any. They're love. And like, is that true? I don't know why I'm packing up these cards. We still have to do the new love. Sorry. It just feels like this person seems to want to, they need an emergency plan, an escape plan. I feel like this is somebody that needs to know they always have a way out. They do seem to be really focused on you. And I feel like you may, I'm sorry to say, I feel like the physical will be great with this person if that's something that you choose to pursue with them. But, and I feel like they do have emotions for you, obviously, to a certain extent. But it does feel that it just kind of feels like their heart isn't actually quite ready to be open in the same way that yours is. At least not towards them. So what you have to look forward to is the Tower reversed. So the Tower in this deck talks about jealousy. And I feel like whatever's going on here, if this person still is trying to make you jealous or blah, 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 it's like, it's not even, for example, if they feel that they're going to come in and they're going to, you know, toot their own horn here and get your attention, it almost feels like whatever they use to try to make you jealous is laughable. I'm not saying that to be crappy to this person, but I actually feel like if they try to lay it on a little too thick, you might actually like burst out laughing at the absurdity of this person thinking that they're going to come in and flash something in your face and that you're going to somehow play into this very obvious game. I also feel, Aquarius, because you are, it's almost like because you learned, hold on for a second. I don't know what you've been doing, but like if I could have a little slice of that cake, I wouldn't mind it, because I feel like you seem to be learning lessons at an exponential rate. It's almost like you're learning them faster than the universe can keep up with you. So it's almost like the blessings keep trying to come in, and I feel like because you're moving so quickly, it's like, yeah, they're coming in, but it's like they can't quite keep up with the pace. So it's like you might notice that there's a lot of forward movement in your life, and it's kind of like, gee, everything seems to really be working out. And I feel like that's because you are making choices that not everybody is brave enough to make. And that's not to knock other people, right? It's just they might not have the, you know, emotional fortitude at that time to do what you're doing here. So I feel like there's a message that it's like you might be, at least in the pace that I'm seeing here, you may be so far ahead of all of that stuff that like when some of the bad stuff tries to come in, it's like, well, you're already over here, so it doesn't hit you. I hope that made sense. I do feel that there's going to be a few people that try to make you jealous. And there's one person that like you kind of thought that they wouldn't do that to you. But because you're in this really healthy place, I feel like you're like, you know what? I'm glad you did, because now I know where I stand. You know what I mean? It's like you'd rather have this person. I'm sorry if this is too loud. I just realized that. It's like you'd rather have this person show you their true cards now rather than, you know, down the road when you maybe have been around them longer, you spent more time with them or whatever. So this is the card for Aquarius Sun. I'm actually just going to record the time on it. I'm trying to see what that says on my... Okay. Sorry about that. It's just... otherwise, it does take me quite some time to get through the... Woo! All right, then. So we have the Emperor here. Oh, wow. Okay. So this person is hella passionate for you. Like, I can feel it coming behind me. So it's like if you're, you know, if the hair on the back of your neck stands up, but not in a bad way, it's because this person, it's like they've got their gaze locked on you. And I feel like they may not. I feel for some of you, they've kind of seen you come up through this. And I feel like they seem to be quite impressed with your growth. I'm not feeling so much that they're going to come charging in, right? The Emperor doesn't do that. But I feel like they see you moving a lot faster than most people do, like in that energy. And I feel to a certain extent, they kind of feel like they might not be able to keep that pace with you. However, the physical chemistry, passion they have for you, for some of them, it may override that. They may come in anyway. I do feel, I'm going to be straight with you here, that this person needs more time to see if they're going to kind of jump into something here. I feel like the more immature emperors, or the emperors that haven't been in the emperor energy for long, they seem to be more likely to be impulsive, like impulsively come towards you. What's that? They're a bit of a loner. I do feel to a certain extent, it's like maybe they act like they have everything together, but I do feel that there's some insecurity there. Not insecurity in... Let me rephrase that. It doesn't feel necessarily that it's insecurity about themselves and who they are as a person. I feel like they're looking at the situation and they're trying to figure out if maybe you're just a bit too dynamic for them, right? It's like they know what they have to offer and they're trying to figure out what it is that you need or that you're looking for, because it's like, even if they are, you know, super passionate about you here, this person is not going to make an approach if they can see that what you need in a person is not something that they want to give. Excuse me, you know what I mean? It's like if you're someone that is moving really quickly through your life and you're working hard and you're, you know, you're grinding and you're this and you're that, and this person is maybe a bit further along in their career and they don't want to put that much time into stuff like that. They want more time to spend with somebody rather than working their tail off. May not be the actual situation, but it's the dynamics of it, right? So it's like this person wants to make sure that they don't want to come in and have some chaos, right? Because I think they know what they are able to offer someone and the boundaries that they're going to keep. You know what not keep, but like they know how much of themselves they're going to invest in another person. And I feel like they're kind of on the fence as to whether or not, I feel like I've said this too many times, so this will be the last time. Whether or not they're going to love you in the way that they perceive that you want to be loved. They seem to think that they have a little bit of a leg up on you in terms of understanding you. I feel like maybe the two of you came from the same, you know, city, or you grew up in similar homes, or it's like they seem to feel that they have a better understanding of you than most people. And I feel like that actually seems to be another reason that they're not going to come in unless they're 100% sure, because they don't want to come in and cause disruption in your life. So for those of you with Aquarius Moon, we have like, oh shiz. The Queen of Cups upright is someone that's very loving and, you know, takes good care of the people around them. That emotional maturity and that sort of thing. Excuse me, that's my son calling again. Sorry about that, Aquarius. So with the Queen of Cups reversed here, that's a little like I kind of want to sit back from the table and like, the Queen of Cups reversed is somebody that uses emotions to destroy. I'm saying it like that because I don't want to say it. It can be someone that's moody and manipulative, and I feel like it's more of this, like, oh, I'm just some good news for you guys today. But I feel like it's just more of the same. It's just more of the like, yep, okay. It's almost like this person might come in, try to play a game that you see coming a mile away, and it's almost like you just want them to finish to the end of their sentence so you can tell them no. I feel like this is somebody that they seem to think that their cup doesn't need to be cleaned, that their shiz don't stink. I feel like this person, it's like they seem to be a bit of a taker. I feel like at their core, they are extremely needy, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's like this person does not know how to get their needs met. Maybe they don't even know what those needs are, but whatever it is, this person is frantically trying to fill a void. And I feel like they may have learned that they have more short-term success by being manipulative. And now, of course, we know that that's not going to be success that lasts. But I feel like you just kind of, sorry, I can hear someone coming home. I apologize. But it just feels like you, apologies, Aquarius. Everybody's just seems to be, it's like I try to do your read and it's phone calls and people coming, and I do apologize. So back to the Queen of Cups here. So, again, I'm not really trying to be mean to this person, okay? But I definitely feel that you see this for what it is. And I feel like you may see this person pursue you a little bit longer than you'd like them to. You know what I mean? It feels like you, it's like, it feels like they're not really getting the message that you're not interested, if that makes sense. I feel like you're, it does feel, and I'm going to ask you a question instead of telling you this because you'll know. If you really aren't interested in this person, are you being obvious enough for them to pick up the signs? Because I feel like what they're picking up from you is that you're interested rather than you're not going to be putting the work into them. I also feel that you see, it's like, even before the two of you are together or dating, I feel like this is somebody that would get jealous. It's like they wouldn't even want you really talking to other people. It's like whenever your attention is elsewhere, it's like either they sit there glaring at that person, hold on, and then they get all pouty after, you know what I mean? And it's, it definitely feels like it's something that you, if you were in a relationship with someone that did that, it's like you'd barely tolerate it. I feel like it would be a really big kind of red flag for you. I feel like it would be either like the beginning of the end or the, you know, it just feels like it would be enough for you to end a connection if somebody was that jealous or was kind of pulling that stuff. It almost feels like you'd be looking at it like you're not looking to be owned by somebody, you know what I mean? And it's like if they're in that insecure that you can't even speak to other people. I almost want to say that like it's maybe not everybody looks at it like this, but being that controlling and wanting to, you know, restrict who your partner talks to that extent could be in the realm of being abusive even. So Aquarius Rising. Aquarius Rising. Page of Pentacles. Aw. Oh, good. Okay. So I feel like this person is somebody that is, it's like they're rather unassuming. There does seem to be an energy of them feeling like it's like there's a bit of insecurity coming off of them. They feel like they may not be able to match you, but it's like they feel they don't have enough information to make that decision yet. So it's not quite that they think they're not good enough. It's like they're just trying to feel it out, see if, I feel like there's things that they've seen you do that are above and beyond what they see themselves as capable of. And I feel like that's where they're trying to be like, okay, well, you know, I'm not saying that I agree with this person thinking this way. It's just what I'm hearing from them. It's like, okay, well, am I good enough for Aquarius or am I not? I do feel the Page of Pentacles is somebody that comes in, right? That's a message coming across, but it's usually something very, very practical, right? I also want to say to a certain extent, this person, either they don't know how to approach people because they haven't done it a lot, or they're coming off of a heartbreak and it's like they don't really want to let you get away, but they don't want to come in, you know, with fireworks and everything. They kind of want to come in and get to know you a little bit better. It's like they want to feel you out. They want to see how you are around people. And that's not a you know, shot on you that they think you're going to be a certain type of way. I feel like this is somebody that it's like they have that slow and steady progress. It feels like that kind of Taurus-y energy where, you know, nobody's going to rush this person. And I feel like if somebody tries to rush them, it's almost like a warning sign to them that there's something going on. You know what I mean? If somebody has to rush a connection, excuse me, at least to this person, they feel like either this is just what this person is saying, okay, it's like if someone has to rush in a relationship, this person seems to be looking at it like either this person has problems or they're going to make some for me. Those aren't my words. I'm not trying to put that on anybody. So the other thing that I'm seeing here is I feel like this person seems to want to be friends with you first. They kind of want to get to know you. And I feel like you may really enjoy this person's company, but it does feel like either they're younger than you or you see their kind of like life stage or maybe their, you know, status in their career or something as like it's a little bit too far behind for you, at least your initial perception of this person. And I feel like it's almost like this person is fresh out of college or university or something, and you're halfway through your career. And of course, that may not be the actual situation, but it seems like it's that kind of disparity from your end. I feel like you may be flattered by this person's attention, but it does feel that it's like this person would kind of have to, you know, so to speak, grow on you. Sorry, I'm not trying to use my middle finger. I'm not trying to do that. It's like this person would have to kind of grow on you for you to be, and I feel like if that does happen, then you will be open to it. But I feel initially the either maturity difference or the age difference or the career stability difference will be a bit of a stopper for you. So last but not least, we have those with their Venus in Aquarius. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. There's your card. Wow. Okay. I'm going to stop pulling cards. So we have the World with the Sun and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So those with your Moon in Aquarius. No, I apologize. Venus in Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Venus in Aquarius. There we go. I know words. So, the world upright is about closing out cycles. And I feel like some of you might not be happy to hear this, but it's coming in really strong. Someone's coming back. I'm sorry. I know not everybody wants to hear that, but I actually feel that either this person, wow, their energy is super strong. Either you already know they're coming back because you can feel it, or they've already tried to, make an appearance. It's like, it's almost that energy of like you're gonna start seeing them different places. I can feel them trying to grab my. It's a really strong energy. I feel like this person seems to think that their will can overcome anything. I feel like they seem to feel like they have this indomitable will that can kind of convince anybody of anything with persistence. And I feel like it's a little bit of a cocky energy. They seem to feel like they can change your mind. And I feel like that notion in and of itself, it may make you, it's almost a little bit amusing, because I feel like from your perspective, it's like somebody has to have a decent argument. Like they can't just come in and start pulling stuff out of their behind or come in with some BS argument, right? Like they have to come in, they need facts, they need charts, they got to have it all set up. They have to prove to you that there's a reason for this to try again. And you know what? I think I'm just cool. Yeah, I think we'll do this one. I need a clarifier for this person. What does Venus in Aquarius need to know about this person? Justice and Page of Wands reversed with the Page of Swords. Okay, 1 second here. So here's the thing. I feel that if this person comes in with some, BS, passionate sort of energy, that it's like they might as well just walk in or walk right back out. I feel like they're not going to get anywhere with you with that. It's like they need to come in with an intellectually compelling argument to convince you to even kind of sort of give them a chance, or even just turn their way. You know what I mean? It's like not even giving them a chance, just for them to even get enough of your attention to talk to you. I don't know what happened with you and this person, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but it does feel to a certain extent that I feel that you see the situation as having been a bit screwed over by this person, but it's like there's this little caveat in there that this seems to be kind of, they seem to want to springboard off of that, but it's like the caveat seems to be, it's like they can blame it on something else. It's like, that the timing was off, or this happened or that happened. It's like if they never responded back to you, it's because they lost their phone, and they legitimately did. It's like they got that message after and still didn't do it, but it's like there's some sort of element that's unrelated to the actual relationship between the two of you that this person thinks is going to be their saving grace. And I feel like if this person comes in with that garbage and that's all they have, I feel like you're almost going to be disgusted that they even thought that would work. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's insulting that they think that they can come in with that lame of an argument and it's going to be fine. So I do feel that this person's going to have to come in. I feel like they're going to need to have their wits about them. They seem to need to come in with this, the Justice card is that Libra energy. It's very balanced. It's almost like this person's going to have to eat a bit of crow or craw or whatever that is. You know what I mean? It's like if there were questions that were left unanswered, if there was information that you didn't have, they're going to have to give that to you. And I feel like you're not going to be beating around the bush. You're not going to be making those questions like, well, da-da-da-da-da-da. I know I do that sometimes when I'm doing the readings, but you're going to be cutting straight to the chase. You're going to be, it's like, well, what was that about? And what was this about? And and don't come at me with no nonsense, because either this person, you're going to be asking those hard questions and you're not going to be dancing around it. And if they try to dance around it or play games or have some sort of wordplay in it, it's like an immediate no. Immediately. And I feel like if they pull that and you turn around even once, it feels like it's doubtful that you would give them another chance. It's like they come in the first time, like the first time after whatever thing, whatever break in the connection has happened. I feel like you're willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, but if they pull some wordplay or double talk, or it's like they try to, um, kind of almost like bounce off of a lie that they told before that they think you don't know about, it's like it's the same shiz, it's the same garbage out, and I feel like you just kind of almost either block them or you cut them out entirely, because it's like they came back before they changed, and that's a hard, it's like a hard, solid, non-negotiable no. So hold on for, I actually feel that either way, this is kind of how I'm seeing it. Either way, those of you that have your Venus in Aquarius, I feel like, hold on for a second. This person seems to be coming back around because you seem really happy. It's almost like for those that are coming back around before they're ready, they're doing it because you seem really happy. And it's almost like either people are flocking to you or they feel that people are flocking to you. And that's why they come in, before they're ready, because I feel like they're concerned that other people are going to make you an offer that you will go towards. So I will actually leave it there, Aquarius. Can't remember if I said this at the beginning. Oh, wait, of course. So if this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful, and I do hope that it brought you some clarity. My email's below in the description box if you would like a private reading, because those are open again. I think that's everything. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. So I have a poll in the community section just to ask if you guys would like the longer weekly reads, or longer reads that are released in the week, that it's 3 a day right now. If you would prefer them all to be on one day, if you feel like the readings kind of start to gum up your feed, or if you prefer them to be a little bit every day. So if you could let me know. It's been kind of back and forth with 50-50 or which one you'd prefer. So if you're willing to and you'd like to, I'd love your vote there. I love you so much, Aquarius. We'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.